Hey everybody, and welcome to Module 5. This is the final module in the pre-course YouTube video stream before the digital mapping webinar. This is John McKinney with AIARE, and I'm going to talk about introduction. I'm going to do an introduction to Avenza maps during this module. So the lesson goals: I want to familiarize webinar participants with how to upload geospatial PDFs onto Avenza maps from CalTopo. It's a bit of a process, but once it's explained and you try it a few times, it's a very repeatable process. So required technology for this presentation, you'll need consistent high-speed internet, you'll need a smartphone, and you'll need Avenza apps, which is Avenza maps, which is available from the App Store. So for this presentation, I'm going to show you how to add Avenza to your tool belt. Avenza is an application. It's available for free from the App Store. It's something that instructors can use, but also you can teach your participants how to use. Your participants don't have to subscribe to it. They can get up to 3 maps a year, 3 maps on their phone at any given time. If you wanted to buy the subscription, it's about $30 a year, and it allows you to keep a lot more maps on your phone. I use this feature all the time for AIARE courses, for ski guiding, but I also use it for recreational use, trail running, general outdoor fun. I even use it for geocaching. So this is the process, and it all starts with building a trip option catalog in CalTopo. So here's an example of a trip option catalog from the east side of Independence Pass, the Graham Gulch area. And for this specific example, we've used polygons to denote areas where folks might want to tour on any given day. And so you build your trip option catalog on CalTopo, and then you can add your trip option catalog to your smartphone using Avenza. And what it does is it gives you a geo-referenced map on your smartphone, so you have that quote-unquote blue dot navigation that allows you to find yourself on the map that you created. So this is a cool process. You can create custom maps, custom trip option catalogs, and load them up onto your phone with GPS capability. And it's all free, and it's a seamless process that you can go back and forth from Avenza to CalTopo and CalTopo to Avenza. The process starts with once you've built your trip option catalog, you want to go ahead and go to where it says print. You can see there's a light blue opaque oval in the top above print. So you go to print, you get the drop down menu, you go to print PDF or JPEG. So that's what you click on. And it brings you to this page, and once you're at this page, you can then start playing around with what you want to print or what you want to load up onto your phone. So you can play with the scale you see in the top, then the format. This is key. You have 2 options for the format. One is a JPEG, and the other is a geospatial PDF. You want to make sure that your format is set to geospatial PDF. Once it's set to geospatial PDF, you can go and select your orientation, whether you want portrait or landscape, and the last thing you click is Generate PDF. What that does is it creates a map, and in the bottom right hand of the map is a QR code. And the QR code is the link that allows you to upload this map to your smartphone using Avenza. You load it onto your phone, you open up the Avenza app. In the top right corner of Avenza, there's a plus sign. That's for import map. You click import map. In the top right of that part of the app, there's a barcode. So you click on, there's a QR code. You click on the QR code, and it gives you a camera, your QR code reader. You can take a picture of the QR code on the map right off your monitor, and it loads the map onto your phone. So Avenza is a PDF reader. It allows you to read these PDFs on your phone, and you can locate yourself. Tons of really neat features that we'll unpack in the webinar, but basically you have a customizable GPS-enabled map. You can title that map as well. So I'll do a quick demo of that. I'll repeat what I just went through. I'll show you how to save the map as a geospatial PDF. Let me bring up CalTopo. So here I am in CalTopo, in Stevens Pass this time. I'm going to go skiing in the Valhalla Lake area, or Lake Valhalla area. I go up to print PDF or JPEG, click. I can zoom out for a bit, then I want to orient that. I'm going to change to landscape, center it, so that's going to be my customizable map. Double check everything. My scale is 1 to 24,000. My format is a geospatial PDF. There are a bunch of other options if you wanted to. You could add UTM lines. Come down, I hit generate PDF. And that gives me a geospatial PDF with a QR code. So if I had a Venza, I could take a picture of the QR code and load this map up onto my phone. So you can see you've got really nice customizable maps. So you build your trip option catalog, and then you can bring it with you into the field. I'll go back to the PowerPoint. So events a practice exercise. If you've never used this kind of technology before, I'd recommend practicing this, that when you come to the webinar, you'll be more familiar with it. Pause this video and then go through that process where you save your CalTopo map as a geospatial PDF and then practice loading it onto your smartphone using Avenza. Some closing thoughts on Avenza. It's simple, it's free, it's easy to share resources, and most importantly, it's a repeatable process for both instructors and course participants. So you can build trip option catalogs for your venues and you can share them with your students. In the AIARE 2, we start introducing this process to students as a means to reduce their uncertainty. They start building very simple trip option catalogs that then they load on their phone. So this is part of the AIARE curriculum. This is not the only way to work with trip option catalogs or to go back to tie it back to the AIARE framework. This is not the only tool to investigate trip options, but it is a really simple, free, and repeatable process. So during the webinar, we'll continue to unpack trip option catalogs. Here's an example from Vail Pass. You can see it's color coded and there's different zones and there's runs. And so we'll get into ways to organize your trip option catalogs during the webinar. We'll also get into some basics behind building simple run lists. So a run list can work with the trip option catalog. This is more of an internally facing document for instructors where you have all your zones and your runs named and you open and close them. And another thing we can talk about in the webinar as well is having annotated photos to complement it. So it's kind of a trifecta. You have your trip option catalog, you have annotated photos, and you have that internally facing run list that ensures that you've opened and closed all the terrain that you want to for the day. We've talked about uncertainty throughout these videos, knowing that all of these tools are ways to reduce but not eliminate the uncertainty surrounding terrain. Thanks for listening. I look forward to working with everybody in the upcoming webinar. If you have any questions, you can email them to me at my AIARE address. It's john.mckinnon@apptraining.org. I can address them during the webinar. And yeah, I hope the pre-course videos were helpful, and we'll see you all on November 12th. Thanks so much for tuning in.